Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Anwatu. Today is another session of book review with Chizoba Christian.
Hi everyone, I'm here again.
Chizoba is here again. Thank you for coming.
Thank you too, ma'am, for having me.
Okay. So today, this video is the part 2 of this book, The Ancient Travailers of Melchizedec rank. She has started it already. She wants to continue from where she stopped.
Yes.
So let's tune in and hear her as she continues.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
So quickly, starting from where I left off. Now, from what I've said so far about this book, you can tell that the book is mainly about foundation, the importance of bridging the foundation, through travail, the importance of travailing to do that, and Shabbat, rest. So to continue, I will start from foundation determine accomplishment.
Foundation determines
accomplishment. Yes. There are certain accomplishments that is meant for Melchizedek foundation. It grieves God when people ask him for things their foundation have not provided for them. The promise of kingship to Judah in Genesis chapter 47 verses 8 to 10 was made to one tribe, was made to Judah. That promise is not meant for two lineages, it's not meant for two tribes in Israel. And prayer cannot change this. Remember I said in the book review of the book of remembrance that destiny is about two things. It's about one, seed, that is ordination, the choice of God. And secondly, progressive journey. However, a hippopotamus cannot produce a lion, even if a hippopotamus have the best progressive journey. That is to tell you that ordination is still far powerful. When trying to change something, find out the right way to bend it, so you don't bend it in the opposite direction and end up breaking it, and end up destroying something you intend to change in the first place. Because the spirit of a man is like a container. Some containers can only carry 50 liters, and after the 50, the extra will overflow and waste away. That's how foundations work. So, this is why there are some things you cannot teach people per se, because they have understanding in their spirit. But there are some things that even when you're teaching it to people, they will find it difficult to understand because of intrinsic size and content, weight of their spirit. Now, from the parable of the two builders, the Bible tells us that one was wise and the other foolish, right? And at the end, we saw what their two different mental bases produced. Every day, buildings are raised, but the sustainability of anything is determined by the builder. Is determined by its builder. The capital sin, some of the capital sin of people is because of their roots, their foundation. Just like the case of Saul, as we see in Saul, the sin of Saul was just a foundational limitation, because he was a Benjamite. He's not inspired to know how to honor God. That's why they can't produce kings, because they commit capital sin. So he will offend God and try to come back to bribe God with burnt offerings God had originally rejected, something God instructed him to utterly destroy. But for David, as for David, you know, from that tribe, that lineage of Judah, they are inspired to know how to honor God, even in their mistakes. Yes, even in their mistakes, they don't leave their center. They mind their center. We know about the mistakes of Judah and of David, but they don't leave their center, and they are inspired to know how to honor God. They know, yes, they don't commit capital sins. Capital sins are sin committed against your source. Yes. So they're inspired to represent God. That's why they're God producers. So a Saul can be king as long as a David is not ready. As long as Judah, the seed of Judah, is not ready. Yes. So there's some foundations, there's some roots that are born to oppose God. They have it in their natural formation, in their biological form, to offend God. Whereas there are some roots that are born to defend God. They are inspired to represent God. They know how to honor God. These things are work of foundation. There are some grandstand that when the cloud of witness of that grandstand gathers together, what their value will produce is maybe a dog spirit or a serpent spirit, or whatever the case may be. And these spirits follow children around as a guardian angel with a book to justify their claims. This is why you should pay attention to this. All perfect royalty is of Melchizedek order. God considers foundation before ordination.
Consider foundation
Yes,
before ordination.
yes.
Yeah.
And the capital ordination of God cannot be altered. So don't put it in prayer. This is why it is advisable as a young person to consider the lineage of your potential spouse before getting married. Because when joining yourself to a spouse, you're laying another foundation with his or her lineage that can either destroy or improve your lineage. So, but instead of people to focus on this, they blindly focus on love. Instead of paying attention to this, I said it also again in the book of remembrance that love is an affection that survives in a suitable environment. Now, if you have a great value, please don't trifle with it,
That's all.
because great values cannot be found everywhere, and God cares about it. If you destroy it, you've wasted the effort of the past, as we see in the case of Samson. So God cares about it. That's why he makes parents observe a certain lifestyle to produce certain prodigious children.
Yeah.
When he wanted to produce a great Nazarite like Samson, he made the mother of Samson,
Consecrate.
yes, live a certain lifestyle. Certain consecration can end certain evils, but it is still by inspiration from foundation. It was the consecration of Hannah that produced a mighty prophet like Samuel, whose words does not fall to the ground. It was the consecration of Zachariah and Elizabeth that produced a great and ferocious prophet like John the Baptist. Jumping to chapter 9, chapter 9 says, bridging the former foundation is a must.
It's a must.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every one of us is born from a particular foundation so as to bridge it. You are meant to bridge your foundation, but before you do so, you have to discover what it is. It's a great thing for us to discover what the foundation has provided for us to bridge it. Every foundation provides an avenue for its seed to bridge it. Yes. And no matter how great a foundation is, it still needs to be bridged. So don't say, oh, I'm coming from a better foundation. It still needs to be bridged. You're purposefully born to bridge your foundation. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1 tells us that a cloud of witness are always encompassing us because they want us to improve what they accomplished. Your parents gave birth to you so you can bridge them. There's nothing you can do to make the past to stop following you. Some spirits will never stop appearing to you, whether on earth or in heaven. And if you don't meet their expectations, you will never be happy throughout eternity. Now, bridging, this has nothing to do with religion. Success is not a religious affair, it's not a religious matter. Rather, religion thrives on success. So success is more powerful than religion. Now, bridging the former foundation gives birth to a better and new one. You are born as a new foundation from the past to bridge it. Yes. However, it requires a lot of strength to bridge the past. But when God wants people to bridge their past, he gives a clear vision. Moreover, God does not only give a clear vision, he empowers people. He also empowers people to stay with their vision. Because seeing a vision is different from staying with it. It takes a lot of strength and mental stability to stay with a vision. The strength starts first with mental stability, with sight that produces the mental stability, than stamina. Now, there are three things that can never be copied. So you shouldn't make much effort to succeed in life. Just stick to your clear vision and serve diligently and wait your time, because that vision will definitely bring you in front. As I said earlier, there are three things that can never be copied. First is a clear vision. Second is serving faithfully and diligently. Lastly is developing an encouraging character. It is an honorable thing for one to develop an encouraging character, particularly among saints. It makes you, wherever you're found, you become like a hope to the people. So it is an encouraging thing, but it is only a clear vision that can make this possible, that can make people stable enough to start to become an encouragement to others. Now, the minds of people are usually attacked in a visionary path so as to reduce the fervency for victory. Because if you stay stable, you will win.
Stay stable.
You will win, yes. So the enemy attacks the mind of people just to reduce the fervency for victory. So if you want to bridge your past, you have to follow persistently and consistently along the visionary path. Because whatever the past wants you to use to bridge it is already in you. Your parents gave birth to you because you are the link to the future. So you're already an improved version. Every improved life comes with an improved destiny. So that is what the past has provided. And then it is depending on you. It is looking to you to bridge them, to make them better. And bridging that foundation, bridging the past is a must. Like I said, you were born as a new foundation from the past to build another one. So building that new foundation is a must. Moreover, the strength of every foundation is controlled by the sacrifice it takes to raise it. Calculating the distance between where you're coming from and where you desire to be will make demand on a solid foundation. If you're standing on a sinking foundation and you put pressure on it, you will sink with the foundation. So that is why it is a strong foundation that will guarantee your safe arrival at your destination. But it is sacrifice that will determine the strength of that foundation. Every sacrificial part will make demand on a definite sacrifice. Esther was a slave girl, but she rose to be queen when she breached her past. So that goes to tell you the price that was paid and all she did to breach the past. And the moment she breached the past did no longer matter. She advanced them. She gave them a new destiny by becoming queen. If you don't breach your past, nobody will breach you. But if you breach your past, you provide a platform for your children to breach you. That means the family will keep on improving. Yes. Elijah breached Moses. Jesus breached the law and prophets, and he did not stop there. The coming lion is to improve the lamp. That is bridging it. In fact, the coming lion is an improved version of the lamp. But when you don't bridge your past, it becomes terrible. The foundation just remains that way, and then it's terrible when the world is moving forward, leaving you behind. That's the evil of not bridging the past. So nobody will bridge you, and we all need to be bridged. I'm stopping here for now. There's still so much to say. There's still so much to say. This book is interesting and is deeply loaded. And I promise you, going through it will so much open your eyes and empower you. Anyway, thank you so far. See you in the next. Over to you, Mom.
Yes. See you in the next edition. She said that no matter how beautiful your foundation is, you are born to bridge it.
Yes, it still needs to be bridged.
You are born to bridge it.
Exactly.
No matter how beautiful it is, no matter how, you are born to bridge it. It takes strength to bridge it.
Yes.
And God give us the grace to bridge our foundation.
Yes, exactly.
So this is all for today. We are going to continue in the next series, the part 3 of this book. Chizoba is going to come back to continue because this book is just mighty. It's voluminous.
It is.
19 chapters. 19 chapters.
With each chapter deeply loaded.
Deeply loaded. So she's going to come back to complete it. Don't worry, it's already finishing. The next edition, we're going to complete this book. Make sure you tune in to listen to the part 3 of this book. Thank you for joining in, as always. We will see you again in our next edition. Bye-bye.
Bye.